It is time for a Townsend map tour. Basically, we're going to look at the map and I'm going to show you some awesome things that are in Townsend. So if you are curious about buying property in Townsend, maybe you're local, you want to go visit it, we're going to talk about places to go eat, cool things to do, what makes it awesome. And yeah, so let's jump in the map and check it out. Welcome to Townsend, Tennessee. Okay, so first thing to notice is it's small. It's like this little slither. Ding, 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 right down 321. 321 is here. And then it curves off. This goes to Sevierville, Gatlinburg. This, I think, is 73, and this goes into the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So let's zoom out and see where we are in relation to Knoxville, etc. Okay, so Townsend here. Gatlinburg is just east of Townsend. Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, northeast. And then Alcoa, Maryville, northwest. Knoxville is essentially northwest a little bit. I mean, just a little. And then Seymour is kind of just north of Townsend. You can tell based on, like, see how this area is like white, how that's like more metropolitan. So Townsend is just very little metropolitan, if that makes sense. If we go through this view, like if I zoom in, you can see like, oh, development in Maryville, development in Tennessee, development in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Seymour not so much, and Townsend, it's looking pretty green. Okay, so that being said, let's go back to this view. I just like this view better because I feel like it's easier to see stuff. Couple things to note. Tremont, this is an outdoor classroom space, outdoor retreat. They do camping, they do experiential learning. They have really cool stuff going on. So like when I go to Seymour, or when I go to Townsend, you drive through Tremont, which is how you would get there. You go through the mountains. And I can see this green. This is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So Townsend is just outside of it. Townsend is called or termed the peaceful side of the Smokies because in Gatlinburg, you have tons of tourist destinations, activities, from an aquarium to a Ripley's Believe It or Not, to pancake houses, to Blake Shelton, Old Red, is in Gatlinburg. And I think Jason Aldean's, it's a new place. I think it's in Gatlinburg, but don't shoot me because I know it's new. It's in one of these. Okay, but anyways, Gatlinburg, you got a lot of stuff to do. Pigeon Forge, you got a lot of stuff to do. It's where Dollywood is. Sevierville, a lot of stuff to do. Whereas Townsend and people that are going to Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, are wanting to go to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. They're wanting to be in the mountains. Well, Townsend is just on the other side, peaceful side. So this is kind of how it gets its name because it's not like a big tourist hotspot in terms of like, there's not go-karts and indoor snowball, indoor skiing or whatever that Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg offer. So just kind of wanted you to see where this is in relation to everything else. Also notice that Wares Valley sits between Townsend and Sevierville, Pigeon Forge. So when you drive through Townsend and you get to, when you go from Townsend to Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, you're going to drive through Wares Valley, and that is going to be some of the best, most beautiful views you're going to see, point blank, period. So anyways, that is like where we are in relation to the bigger picture of Knoxville, Maryville, Seymour, Sevierville, Pigeon Forge. So Foothills Parkway, as you notice, this is great, beautiful mountain views. If you want to just drive and see mountain views, you're going to go on Foothills Parkway. Okay, so let's zoom in and let's see some things. So a couple things to note. What you have is 321. This is the main road that goes through Townsend. And all along 321, you have a bike trail, you have some walking. Basically from Dancing Bear, you can pretty much park over here. There's like a parking place somewhere here. And you can ride a trail all the way down 321, etc. Something else I want to point out to you is the little river here. The little river. So this runs all the way through Townsend. Kind of borders it off. I don't know if this is This may be technically Walland here. So anyways, let's see what this is saying. Let's just check and see. Townsend. No, it's so okay. So the river is just, I guess, I don't know why it's having that line, but anyways, let's go back. Let's get to the original view that I had. This is better. So this is just the incorporated piece then. The red dots. Okay, now let's go down 321. So we're gonna come as if we were coming from from Maryville, etc. Things to notice. You start seeing hotels all along, like Dancing Bear Lodge. It's got some cabins and like a lodge. You've got Tremont Lodge, you've got Best Western, you've got motels. You also have campgrounds all along the river. And then if we go all the way down past where 321 splits off, you've got a KOA. This is a big KOA campground, and then you've got Little Arrow. So these are cool places to camp. That's like KOA. I've stayed there. Yeah, I think I've stayed there once. But if you watch my video vlog tour, I'm gonna mention how they have like little primitive camp like cabins right here, and you can sit and like see how this turns. The water turns here. When the river is up, this is a little rough and people spill. So my husband, he will intentionally park a chair here and watch people tube and spill, like fall off the tube. He thinks it's hilarious. I'm always worried because my sister broke her tailbone that way. Listen to that full story if you go watch the video blog of me driving through Townsend. So anyways, really it's just one main road. Now this is all like residential back here. You can see you've got some like hotels, motels. In terms of like what's going on here in Townsend, you really have maybe 4 or 5 places that I would recommend to go eat. One of my favorites that you probably hear me talk about all the time if you're watching any of my stuff is Peaceful Side Social. Great pretzel and beer cheese. They have a little taco truck and you can get margaritas there. They have beer. They have a couple wines. If you're a beer person, it's great for you. If you're wanting hard liquor, your option is the taco truck. I will also say you got to get there an hour before they close if you want the taco truck and if you want pizza. They have great pizza, but the pretzel is like amazing. They also have some salads and salmon and sandwiches. They have this smoked trout dip, which people really love. So Peaceful Side, definitely something you want to try. They have a new creamery like in the same shopping center right next to it. That's called Peaceful Creamery or something, or I don't know what it is. Anyways, other thing I want to show you is in terms of like grocery shopping here, you really just there's an IGA in the same shopping center as Peaceful Side, just on the other side of the road, and there's like a Dollar General. So it's not like you're going to find a Publix or whatever. You're gonna have to go somewhere else for that. Little River Outfitters, there's a Mercantile here. Super cute, like little shops going on. And then I also want to point out to you that this is Cades Cove Jeep Outpost. So there is a Jeep like festival or get together or whatever you call it in Townsend. And that's located by the Townsend like Welcome Center, which is somewhere, let's see, where are we? There it is, Townsend Visitor Center. So there's like this big field here. And this is where they do like Bronco Fest. This is where they do the Jeep Festival, but the Jeeps are like all over. They also go into like Sevierville Pigeon Forge. I don't know about the Broncos. I feel like that's a newer thing. I could be wrong. I've also been to a Triumph car show in Townsend when my husband had his Triumph. It's his T6 or 15 or whatever it's called. Sorry. But it was an old antique car. Anyways. So, really, basically, essentially what you have is this main road. I will also say that there is a very small amount of waterfront residential, and that is if you go back on like River Road here and you go on West Old Highway 73, there are some beautiful, you go on Riverview, and these have like river access for the community, the people that own there. Beautiful homes. It feels like you're like in the Smoky Mountains version of like Charleston. That's what I feel. And it's all flat. It's beautiful. It's stunning. Yes. Would I live there? 100%. So say you go to Peaceful Side, you're just going to go to Peaceful Side and turn right. And you're just going to drive around back here and you're going to freaking love it. Okay. Again, I just want to, I don't know if this is going to show up on the map. Let me show you this. Do you see? This is what I wanted to show you. This path. So all the way down Townsend, this is like a bike path, which I think is super cool. You can also run, people run and walk it, which is awesome. The other thing I wanted to show you is if you are a mountain biker, you're gonna go past this 321 exit, you're gonna go up a little bit, and you're going to get to Company Distilling. It's like 2 miles down from Peaceful Side, down into Lamar Alexander Parkway. Right here, and then there's V Hollow. So actually V Hollow, this is the bike shop, but if you park, here's Company Distilling. If we go all the way down to the Burgermaster, like down the corner, not all the way down, this is a little bit dated, but this is now a parking lot, and then this is a bridge, and this is now all mountain biking in here. And it is not for the faint of heart. If you're a new mountain biker, wear your helmet, okay? Okay. But you can also see, like, this is all campground. Here's a little arrow. This is all campground. And then as we go down the parkway, we then enter into the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And this splits off. You could go to Cades Cove that way. You could go to Gatlinburg this way. So, you know, you can see that you're going really into the mountains at this point. I usually have service until right around here. Depending when I get to Tremont, I definitely don't have service. So anyways, I mean, it's just a little sliver and slice of stuff to try and go do. There's also tons of place to park. Like just as you're coming in town, you can park and you can look at the river. You can hang out on the river. It's really pretty. The other thing I want to suggest to you is consider, instead of staying in like a hotel, which these hotels are fine. My suggestion though, is to come down here into Walland a little ways and find a waterfront, riverfront short-term rental, because the river is beautiful. And so this Old Walland Highway, see this here, Old Walland Highway, and you see here's a little river coming through Old Walland Highway all the way. So we're winding, all of this. If you could find something on Old Walland Highway on the little river, do it, because that's going to be a super cool East Tennessee mountain experience. But also, like, it's going to be more private than like if you got a cabin in Sevierville Pigeon Forge, and you're going to be close to Townsend. So my suggestion would be to get a place on the river, whether that means a campground or a short-term rental. I just think, why not be on the river if you're going to Townsend? So anyways, just wanted to show you. So I'm talking about, literally, you see this here, all this. This is the Old Walland Highway. All of this is great for like a short-term rental to look for. Look for something on the Little River, essentially, is what I'm saying. So anyways, that is Townsend. I mean, there is all residential here. There are certain pockets where you cannot short-term rent, but it's definitely a lot less restrictive than like Pigeon Forge or Sevierville when it comes to zoning rules and regulations when it comes to short-term rentals. So if you are interested on the investment side of things, if you can find a great property, not restricted, I would say do it, because this is going to continue to grow. And you know, people are investing into the area, and it is a super cool place. It's about 24 minutes from my house to get to Townsend. So it's literally a similar drive for us. If we were to go to Maryville or if we were to go to Sevierville, it's not that much further. So I would encourage you to check it out if you're thinking, okay, well, we want to try something new, go to Townsend. The other thing is that there are just, if you like pancake houses, they have that. If you like they have a trout diner place. So there are some just little cute mom and pop stuff as well there in Townsend. So, I mean, essentially, to me, the places to know about Peaceful Side for sure, this is that Trailhead Steakhouse, which my husband and I went back in the day. We were dating. He took me there. But it's very much of a diner feel. So if you like a diner, definitely go there. He said he's been to this Little River Pub and Deli. Definitely for like a beer hangout. He said he liked it. And then we've done brunch here at Dancing Bear Appalachian Bistro. It's cool. It's very pretty. They have a fire pit and they have like live music and whatnot. So that's something else to check out as well. And then there's a really good coffee shop and some other stuff down at the base of where Dancing Bear is. So essentially, long story short, for this map tour, you have one main road going through Townsend, This splits off to take you to Sevierville Pigeon Forge or straight into the Smoky Mountains National Park. It is a great option if you're not wanting as much touristy stuff as what Sevierville and Pigeon Forge offer. And also it's going to be a shorter drive from the airport. So if you're flying in, the airport's over here in Alcoa, and you're going to take essentially 321 to Townsend, versus if you go from Alcoa Airport to Sevierville Pigeon Forge, you could go through Townsend. I would not do that. I'd probably take 411 in, but you could also take 407 over. But anyways, that being said, it's closer to the airport. Super cool place, super cool vibe. Definitely something to check out. And yeah, I mean, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've been there. There's not a ton of stuff to talk about as like for Knoxville, but hopefully this has been somewhat informative. Obviously, I would love to hear your thoughts, love to hear your comments. If you would like more videos like this, please subscribe, and I will keep pumping them out for you. I'll keep posting them, all I know and all I love about the East Tennessee area, and I'll see you on the next video.